Hey everybody, welcome back to Business Basics for Startups. This is Module 4, Launching Your Business. My name is Rich Gannon. I am a business advisor with the Montana Small Business Development Center and the Great Falls Montana Development Authority. And this is the last in our modules on startup, and this is going to kind of cover some of the steps to take in when you're actually ready to launch that business. So hopefully the first 3 models we've walked you through, and now you're ready to make that informed go, no-go decision, and you're ready to move forward and launch the business. So the first step, and we always encourage business owners to consult with an attorney or accountant to discover what is the best legal entity for you and your business. So legal entities are things like LLCs, that's a limited liability company, S Corps, C Corps, limited partnerships, things like that. A separate legal entity that you're going to operate the business as. So running a business as a sole proprietorship is not wrong. However, it does not establish and set up a separate legal entity. One of the main reasons you would want to bother setting up a legal entity is for tax reasons. And again, that's why we always encourage people to consult an accountant, and also for liability reasons. So setting up a separate legal entity helps insulate you, the person, from you, the business. So there's going to be a lot of links on this webpage for resources. One of them is to this SBA link, which talks about choosing the business structure of the legal entity. The other link is to the Montana Secretary of State, and that is where you would actually go to create the actual legal entity at the state level. So after you choose the type of legal entity and you set it up, the next step would be to get an EIN number. Sometimes this is referred to as an FEIN number, a federal employer identification number. And that is a unique identifying number that is associated with your business. So it makes it easier for the IRS to track your business when it comes to tax time. You can apply for EIN numbers. There's no charge for them. Make sure anytime you are applying for an EIN number that you're actually going to an actual irs.gov website, because there's a lot of scams out there. So always make sure you're at an irs.gov website when you're actually applying for that EIN number. So after you've formed your business entity, the legal entity type, and got your EIN, the next step is to look at licensing. In Montana, business licensing is location and industry specific. In other words, there's no one-size-fits-all business license requirement in the state of Montana. It is industry and location specific. So in other words, there is not, for example, a business license requirement at the state level for a retail shop. However, you will need to probably get a location specific, either your city, county jurisdiction, or tribal jurisdiction will require local licensing. On the actual state side, there are different types of industries that require state licensing. So for example, you would not need a state license to run a retail operation. However, you would probably need a state license to run a veterinary practice. And there's a link again, this webpage is going to have a lot of resource links. One of them is to the Montana license lookup page to look for those Montana specific business licenses. So you've got your legal entity formed, you have got your EIN number, you've got your business license. Now it's time to take all those documents down to your bank and set up a business bank account. And it's important to not commingle your personal and your business money. So for one reason, it will can sometimes pierce what's called the corporate veil. You know, back at the first step where we talked about setting up the legal entity. Well, if you improperly commingle your money, you could be putting that at risk. And then the other thing too is it really is just going to make your accounting and taxing life so much easier and cleaner if you do not commingle your personal and your business money. So if you're hiring employees, there's a whole bunch of other resources out there that you will need to go through. And again, this page is going to have links to all of these. So things like setting up wage withholding. There's a whole set of resources at the state level for hiring employees. You also have to check with the HHS, the Health and Human Services, on the new hire reporting. So there's a bunch of requirements on hiring employees. And again, this site will have all of those linked out. Finally, some other steps and final thoughts. Review your need for contracts, waivers, and agreements. So if you're the type of business where there's potential liability, you may want to look at contracts, waivers, and agreements. So again, if you've got a simple retail shop, there may not be a bunch of need for waivers or agreements, but if you're setting up a roadside bungee jumping stand, maybe consult an attorney about some waivers and agreements. Get business insurance. So talk to your current provider or shop around for quotes. There's a lot of great online resources for fast and easy business liability quotes. Take a look at setting up some sort of bookkeeping software, so some accounting software to report your revenue and expenses. And then finally, we always tell folks, invest in marketing assets. So purchase assets over advertising. So buy logos, business cards, websites, domain names, and invest in your social media presence. All right, thank you for watching all these modules. I hope you found them helpful. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions. And please check out all the resources that will be posted on this page and those links out to all those other organizations. Thank you. Bye.